I first tried out the PLASMAIDE in Font-Romeu in the summer last year. Surprisingly, I felt the effect from the very first session. It's not often that we come over a product that you can actually feel the change that immediately.
One of the things that actually was the most interesting thing with PLASMAIDE is that the pine bark extract actually helps increase nitric oxide production in the body. And one thing that has been very well studied over the last decade is actually how nitric oxide actually contribute to increased oxygen utilization. Basically, what the pine bark extract that you find in PLASMAIDE, what it allows us to do is that we can now go a little bit higher power, a little bit higher velocity, but with the same oxygen utilization. And what that means is that we are not increasing the glycolytic dependency despite going a little bit faster, meaning that the time to exhaustion will still be the same, but a higher power, higher velocity, meaning that the race time goes down. And the point is to get from A to B the fastest possible. And if we can increase the time to exhaustion, that means also that we can go faster or we can produce more power, but ultimately go faster without running out of glycogen.
The positive benefits that I've seen with PLASMAIDE is especially the recovery. Like I feel I'm able to recover faster from the session and I'm not as tired last month when I were in the lab. What I really noticed then, as it is a 3-day block I've done for maybe 5-6 years of testing in the lab. But this time around I felt actually that even after the run test on day 3, I felt like I could actually do 1 day of rest and then do another 2-3 days of testing. So I do think that the recovery is really improving, and also I feel it's sort of helping the lungs to sort of be more efficient in terms of the uptake of oxygen.
The main reason for why we work with PLASMAIDE is that if we can reduce the impact on the glycolysis, meaning that for all the carbs that the guys are feeding in from the molten products, and something that we are continuously also increasing, still you want to decrease the dependency on the glycolysis, because it means basically that you can either now race faster for the same time to exhaustion, or you can race the same power or velocity but a longer time to exhaustion. This is something that directly then have an impact on how the guys are racing, especially in the Ironman racing.
I'm very in tune with my body and I can notice straight away where my deficiencies are. Normally in the swim it's like lack of power, but with the PLASMAIDE I feel like the oxygen transportation, it's so much more efficient. So even though we're talking about pretty small differences here, I can still notice when I get full benefit out of every breath.
What we take pride in is basically applying gold standard measurements and basically focusing only on those things that really optimize the efficiency chain, from all the way from calories to velocity.
What I find is the most tricky thing to keep that consistency is traveling, and especially taking time zones, going to race, and to then be able to have the PLASMAIDE as a sort of support the last 3 days before flying, and also the first 3 days that I'm getting to a new destination. It's helping my immune system to stay on top of the changes in the environment.
PLASMAIDE has helped me produce the best swim test ever this winter, and I think a lot of it has to do with how my oxygen is transported around my body, and PLASMAIDE is a great benefit from that.
And one of the things that we are looking at now together with PLASMAIDE is, again, we're applying gold standard research and methods and instruments also in racing and training in the field, not only laboratory settings, to basically understand even better the mechanism and how we can utilize PLASMAIDE, develop even better protocols so that we know exactly the timing, the amount for how to use PLASMAIDE. For Kristian and Gustav, that obviously means that if we can improve their performance ever so slightly more by getting a better oxygen utilization, that of course means that we will be able to even improve the records that they already hold.